You lost, stranger?
Nomads ambushed a transport a couple miles back. Killed all the cogs, except one.
We don't deal in human cargo here.
Daniel, you are the head of a new show, really, because you are the main character, but also you're an executive producer for this show. So it's kind of like your baby. So I'm assuming you're the right person to talk to you about this.
Don't get in your head it's a vanity project. I started off as executive producer, not planning to be the actor in the show, because we knew it was a martial arts-based show that's going to have a lot of fighting, and I'm 40. And so I was thinking that as a producer, we should get somebody that's like 25, 30 that can last 5 or 6 years, because our ratio is about 2 fights per episode. The first season is 6 episodes, it's 12 fights. And I've done like 70 films. I've done a lot of martial arts films, and maybe there's 3 or 4 fights per movie over a 6-month period. This was 10 fights in 4 months, right? And so that's why I wanted to get someone younger involved in the beginning. And then eventually we got tons of auditions, looked for a ton of people. The requirements were that the lead needed to be an Asian, a good actor, a good fighter, and have some name. And so that's a very small pool of people, right? We went beyond that. We went to other martial artists to try and get people to find someone new, and we just couldn't find that person. So at the end of the day, all the producers looked at me and were like, you got to do this, dude. So I was like, okay, all right, let's do it.
Sure, yeah, I like it. I meet all the criteria. I fit. So tell me about your character in the show then, now that you've been ushered in.
So Sonny is the name of the character, and he, unlike his name, is a very dark character to begin with. He's a badass. He's a regent, which is, in this world of the Badlands, is run by 5 barons. They're like feudal lords in some ways, and each one has an army, and I'm the head of one of the strongest baron in the regent's army. And so I'm also the most decorated soldier in the region, most feared and most loyal as well. And so you see in the beginning I have these tattoos on my back. Each mark represents a kill, and I have 404. So I've killed a lot of people.
8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to the fort, kid.
Can you paint us a little bit more of this world, though? What are we seeing as the audience members? We're first jumping into the first episode.
So we're seeing the world that we've built here, and this is like 200-something years in the future. So it's gone way beyond what Walking Dead is, which is near future, post-apocalyptic. This is very much further on. Society's kind of reset itself. There's no more government anymore, and you have this region, this area called the Badlands, that's run by these barons, and that they keep the order in this world. But it's also like a very mafia-style world. Once you're in there, you can't get out. And so Sonny's character throughout the first season, he realizes that this world that he grew up in, that he's been trained to do, is maybe not the world that he should be in, and he should maybe get out of there. And it's about how to get out of this messed up world that he's been involved in his whole life.
Okay, so he's a bad man, but he's a good man.
So, well, the journey is over the whole series, and over what the show is going to be over time, is about this bad guy trying to become good. And that's his kind of character arc. He's trying to find enlightenment, really.
EP's TV coverage is brought to you by Xbox, makers of Rare Replay for the Xbox One.